All right, so today on Under the Hood, we are talking about strut assemblies and how they fail and why you should replace them. One of the most common ways a strut assembly is going to fail is the shock absorber piece in the center. Basically there's a seal, it leaks, and all the hydraulic fluid in there that's dampening the bumps. When you hit a bump, that thing is responsible for absorbing the shock. Shock absorber, it absorbs shock. So when the hydraulic fluid leaks out, it's no longer absorbing that shock. That's why you'll get like a bouncy ride. It kind of feels like you're driving on like a cloud because it just feels soft and smushy. When you go over a bump, like a speed bump, or you hit a pothole on the road, the vehicle will just kind of bounce down the road. It takes a while for that vibration to work itself out, to smooth out. That's the most common failure we see. Other ways this can fail is this top portion right here. This is the strut top. There's bushings in here, there's bearings in here. They can go bad just from time, mileage, grit gets in there, and it'll make noise when you turn. It'll bind up. You might feel it in the steering wheel. We'll see play in the wheels and stuff like that, like in that portion when we're shaking down the front end. So that can go bad. I've seen another common failure point is actually the spring gets fatigued. The spring will break. Typically they break close down here to the bottom, and we'll just see that like a piece broken off, and then the spring kind of resettles. That's very common, especially on like Ford Tauruses were famous for that. We used to replace them all the time for that. The rubber bushings will fail. And when these things start to break or get worn out, the car's suspension will actually sag and will cause you tire wear issues. It'll knock your alignment out of specifications. So that's just real quick, just some failure points. Actually, if you come in here and look, you can see this one is leaking. This is actually why we're replacing it, and it's not doing its job anymore. So you can see it's just all wet up here and stuff, and it's just kind of everywhere. So that gives you that. While we're talking about strut assemblies, you can actually replace just the strut and reuse the spring and the top and the bushings and the bump stops. Typically, it seems to be common practice nowadays to not do that. They sell these things as an assembly, as we showed you yesterday. This vehicle's getting new strut assemblies. There's pros and cons to everything. The pro is you get all brand new everything. You don't have to worry about you replace your strut today, and then tomorrow your spring breaks or the top hat goes bad. So you are spending more money because you're getting more product, but you're also saving money in that when we replace them, we no longer have to take the springs off, disassemble the whole thing, clean it up, put it back together, stuff like that. So it's kind of a pro and con, depends on the price of the strut assembly as to what we'll advise our clients to do. Depending on their needs of the vehicle and stuff like that. So that's strut replacement in a nutshell. See you guys tomorrow.